Start this boat up. Well, hello there, humans, bees, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and hope you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. I'm Bushka on Blitz. Welcome back to channel. This is your first time here. I'm bloody surprised. There's not many people left who haven't heard of me, hopefully, in Water Tanks Blitz, because we've got that many videos up and there's that many humans running around being clowns, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, hopefully, this is a regular weekly event for you. If it's not, well, let's make it that. Now, today we're going to be looking at the Russian medium line. It's a line that I've been holding in the back pocket for quite some time. No worries, Ultra Rainbow. My absolute pleasure. We're going to be running through the T62A. I do have a caveat with regards to this stream. Unfortunately, my iPad has died in the arse. So I am using an old iPad that we have here at home that I actually have Junior running around with. It's a couple of iterations ago, so it's not going to be the finest graphics money can buy, which is a bit of a worry. Thankfully, Blitz has control saved across accounts. I just tried to play PUBG Mobile before, and the controls are not saved across accounts. And that means that, wow, that's going to be an interesting barrel of laughs to do. But today we're doing the Blitz. And we're going to be running around in the T3485 to start. Then we're going to roll to the T43, which is poignant because I love that tank, but we also just did a review on it. So probably not going to be able to reveal a lot more info. Oh, thank you very much there, Slowsy.
YOLO
for the
time.
donation. YOLO time indeed, amigo. The T44, we're going to have a look at that. Then we're going to have a look at the old T54. And we're going to discuss specifically the gun options and the penetration numbers. And then one of the most buffed tanks in recent memory, the T62A. I'll be very interested to see how this performs. Johnny C, I will not be calling myself Large Lumpy Love Dog. I don't know what is up with you, dude. Okay, there we go. Thank you very much.
Call yourself Large Lumpy Love Dog. Wink,
Did you
wink.
hear anything back from Alex regarding the tanks?
No, not a squeak. I've put a couple of messages through, guys. So I mean, we're in the hands of Wargaming. All the spreadsheets and everything are up to date. All the names and numbers are in there. It's quite simply out of our hands. Yeah. Well, when they're done, they're done. I'll have a look now just to see if they've updated them. No, they're still not done. We're dating all the way back to the 26th of March since we've had any invoiced, which is a fair while. So I'll chase them up again today, guys. But I'm going to get on with, going to get cracking with the stream. Don't have all day. This isn't accounting, guys. It's not a counting stream. It's a tech tree stream. So I'm going to start off with the T3485. It's so called because it's a T34 with an 85mm gun. I think that is pretty much a truth that is self-evident. Oh, I love the new encounter music. Turn that off if we pop out the chat. We can turn that off if we pop out the chat. Minimize that. What do we got? A whole bunch of mediums. It's going to be a medium. Hey? I've also got National Crew Voices turned on. Okay. Why is that auto aim button up there? This is playing on another iPad. This feels kind of weird. It's like learning to breathe all over again. This is quite odd. There's a KV1.
Yeah, why didn't you just load it up on your computer?
Just load it up on what?
Why didn't you just play it on your computer?
Because I don't know how to play on a computer anymore. I never play on a computer.
Oh.
That's even worse than playing on a new iPad. Not renowned for its incredible penetration abilities, obviously. Although the KV1 is as big a dog as you're going to find at this tier. Let's see if we can't help the Sherman Firefly out with the Chappie. Just working the ridge lines. You see the armor on this is not particularly strong, but it does have very, very good angles, very steep angles. So if you can get the angles up, you can make a lot of love with it. Now, just looking for an easy shot on that bloke. Not many of them. And the gun decides it doesn't really want to cooperate at all. God. This KV-1.
Pink camo. Is this a tank battle, a gay wedding?
Oh, Johnny C. Dude, can you stop it with those? The sexual innuendos, you grub. Anyway, we finally got him down. And now we're going to move into the Chi Ni, whatever the Chi Nu. Who knew? Chi knew. Texas Viking, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for the great content.
Mate, really appreciate it. My pleasure. What is my auto aim button doing up there? Just quietly. Why is my auto aim button up near the minimap? Why does Junior run with an auto aim button up there?
No, he doesn't. That's the update. It did it. It moved the ball. Trust me, mine did the same thing when I logged in. My auto aim was bloody.
Oh, it's pretty safe to get around there because the poor bugger couldn't turn his turret. Okay, so I'll change that now. Here we go. Alright. Music, it's very martial, very exciting. Controls, customized. Bugger off. Where did I used to have you?
Hit it, y'all.
I think I used to have it down there. I can't be sure. Oh, this is so weird. Let's go again. Now, it's got an 85mm gun, which is excellent. It's got decent mobility. And if you've ever driven the T32A Victory, you'd know why I like that so much, because that's basically this tank with a slightly underpowered engine. 85mm at this tier is a nice cut above. Most of your tier 6 mediums are going to be running a 75mm gun, which will have a 160 alpha shot. The 85mm gun is an extra dose of alpha, and what it means is, although your DPM isn't always going to be as high as, say, a 75, you're able to put a lot more damage out without actually exposing yourself, which is a big part of not dying. And not blowing up is a good thing, I've always found, when it comes to World of Tanks Blitz. What is that? Oh god, I know what that is. Okay. There we go, got that. That's Google Chrome, dude. Okay. Here we go. In case you're wondering what all the minor technical difficulties are, I will say again, I have broken my iPad. And by broken, I mean it just stopped working, okay? So, I'm running this on Junior's iPad, which is not ideal. Now, it's got good mobility, but it's not outstanding. So you're going to see I won't be the first one here. I won't even be the second one here, unfortunately. This Chi Nu is feeling rambunctious. We will have words. That's cool. I'm going to move down here just to try and proximity spot these guys. If they're thinking of getting involved early. Come on, come around the corner. Come around the corner. Oh, someone's going to come around the corner. Someone can't help themselves. I'm using that. See the angle I've got on the armor? It's really important, but it's something you need to get used to with all these Russian tanks. Is that armor angle has to be, it's paramount. It's how the tanks work. Without it, you really won't get much love. But if you can get it at the right angle, it will really bash people. Hey. That's the angle that we're holding there. There's someone moving around. The back of Kuro. KV2 over there as well. Where's that 3485 that we saw earlier? Is that him? Yeah, there he is. Okay, so the KV2... Let's go back up here. Now that we've held the mountain, let's go and have a look at the Kuro Moro Mini, or Mine, or Mine, or whatever you want to call it. Good tank. There's still a Hellcat in spawn at the moment, which is a worry, so I'm going to try and use the rocks here to make sure I don't get hit from behind. And still get down into this Kuro. Let him come out. Yeah, keep the rock between me and the Hellcat, hopefully that's in spawn. And wait for someone to pop around on this Kuro. We've still got some low hit point tanks over here. So you've seen the angles that are important, right? Oh, God. Guys, come on. Stop resting. Kuro is trying to do his best. Got 2 TDs in spawn. The Kuro's here all on his own. Oh, there we go. We copped one. He wants to go up there. We've got guys still camping spawn in the corner. That's the Hellcat. Mate, if they're that desperate to stay in spawn, I'll just keep this guy perma-spotted. And they can knock themselves out. He's dead. We'll come and finish them.
Immortal Turtle wants to know, how do you get a Russian medium at the right angle when you're exposing your drive wheel? People can hit it and deal damage.
Yeah, of course they can. But the only way to do that is to actually watch what you're doing with the drive wheel. Like, if you can keep the drive wheel at a decent angle, you'll be all right. And if you can't, you'll be screwed. The other thing is you don't leave it out there. You're going backwards and forwards. The whole point of, like, using a Russian medium in that manner is to poke it and then pull it back. You're looking more at actually drawing shots than doing damage, if you know what I mean. This Hellcat's being very aggressive, and we've got 2 blokes down there. And they all should let us be. We are devotion. You have to ask yourself the question. If you're moving out and your drive wheel's getting exposed, then it's not really the way you want to be rolling it, hey?
Give it up for the mighty Bushka, my #1 teach.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, amigo. Appreciate MJR annoyance. All right, and there he's gone. Geez, it's taken a long time to get rid of these bloody TDs, hasn't it? We'll talk about the, because that's a really good question, Immortal Turtle. It's actually a really good question, and it's something well worth having a chat about. So we got 2,044 damage, and we got quite a few bounces there as well with the angles at the start. So let's open up Armor Inspector. Oh, God. Do I have Armor Inspector on this? Oh, my God. You can see Junior's iPad is an absolute mess of stuff. He's like a serial downloader, basically.
That's when we keep it.
Let's have a look at this.
That's some fun.
Dark Ocean, dude. Okay, so let's have a look at the USSR. Here we go. And the shooter is tier 6, please. It's tier 6, please. Here we go, T-34-85. Now you can see that's green as green can be. If you get it a little bit up like that, like the angle when they're coming around that corner into us on the hill, you can see that that all turns red apart from the machine gun port. And like a lot of stuff, it's not going to be the thickness of the armor that does it. It's going to be the angle. It's all about the angle. And you're going to get some auto bounce zones building up there as well. That's all along the bottom. And that's for AP. Heat works a little bit differently. Obviously, it has a different auto bounce threshold. But you can see if you're on an angle like this and you're coming around behind a hill, what Immortal Turtle is talking about is that drive wheel there. If you go too far out with your red upper glacis, lower glacis going on, then that drive wheel becomes exposed and things get pretty tough. one of the reasons why there's very few tanks that can do this against heavy tanks and TDs. Old school Object 140, T54 games, before everything got nerfed, were very much built around that playstyle, coming out sideways. And you can see as we go up the tree, show you the tier 7 T43, it's the same deal. It's the same upper glacis that works. And then we eventually get to tier 8 where things change and it flattens down and it starts getting sharper. But again, it's the same playstyle. And then we get to tier 9 and it flattens down even more and becomes a little bit sharper until eventually you get to tier 10, the 62A, and you're looking at a really low profile viper-like tank. So basically it's going to be trial and error. You're going to get better at this as things go along. Louis77, yeah, thanks very much, amigo. Appreciate it. Appreciate it tremendously. Okay. So we're going to talk about that a lot as we go forward with all this stuff. Okay. I've got a bit of a cold and I'm on the wrong iPad. So it's a T3485. 7 degrees of gun depression as well. And the key with this tank is your 85mm gun. And you saw me doing a lot of pulling out, peek a boom, and pull back there. And it's a funny one because the tanks change from having a high alpha gun with the T3485 and then the T43 and then even the 100mm you end up with at tier 8 on the T44. And then it's kind of like it just stops and it doesn't go any higher. You get the 105mm guns and everyone else starts getting an advantage, like a 40-50 alpha advantage on you on their AP rounds. You end up with a 100mm gun on the T34 when everyone else is kind of poking along towards that. And then when you get to you get 100 that does 310 alpha on the T54, and then 100 that does 310 alpha, but at a stupidly fast rate of fire. So there's consistency, but it doesn't really advance like a lot of the other tanks. And you just get a change in a lot of different characteristics. But the same basic principle applies to the tanks throughout the lines. And it's a lot of consistency that allows you to play the same way right from tier 6 all the way through to tier 10, which I find to be very cool. I prefer the T54 light to the T44 Dark Ocean. Absolutely prefer the T54 lightweight. It's got nearly the same armor characteristics. It's got slightly less gun depression, but it's got a lot more mobility. Same
Is
DPM.
the T54 light or T44 better all around?
Light tank camo, speed, mobility, same firepower, and basically the same armor. You can't go past the T54 lightweight compared to the T44, but the T44 still works, right? Here we go. Now we did the T43 in stream. I think it was the start of last week or the end of the week before. And I did a video on it last week with a 4400 damage monster game, 6 kill on. What was that? Is it Sands? Something like that. Now we're going to have a look at it quickly. I'm only going to briefly touch on this because obviously doing a full video on it gets you right through up to it. Tier 7 game, so we are top tier. Oh god, it's so hard playing on another person's iPad. This feels just bizarre. I guess once upon a time it was my iPad, but, you know, no longer. We got a Panther over there, so we're going to try. He's got a very good gun. So what we want to do is set this tank up at the angle so that we are actually going to give it a chance to bounce. And use the gun depression that it already has. And that really steep angle. Now, this is a tough tank to be taking on with this because the Panther over there has very good penetration numbers. He's got 200mm of pen on his AP rounds, which is a lot of pen, right? That 3485 is in not the best spot. I know. I know. Don't want to trade this early in the game. So Basically, that 3485 caught me peeking, so we had a trade. I don't want to trade this early in the game. Hopefully I can move across there and get a shot into this 3485. Oh, KV2 will do. Reset the camo. See if that Panther... No, gun depression not found. Okay, KV2's fired, so we're just going to keep rolling in. You see the angles that I've got? This is what I'm talking about the whole time, right? Look at the angle that I've got on this tank. Even though it's not ideal, I'm always keeping it at the same angle. It's a really important thing that you've got to get used to with all these Russian tanks, and if you can build on that, that on its own will give you a really good chance at getting things done. Majestic, mate, just so you know, I'll have a look. All of you who are sending through replays, I really appreciate it. But I know some of you are probably wondering when your replay is going to be featured. The harsh truth of the matter is that I've had maybe 260 replays sent my way in the past 3 days, and I've managed to use 6 of them. So, I love you all, and I appreciate the effort, but I can't use all the replays. There's just, unfortunately, no opportunity to do that. I look at as many as I can. When you send the replays through, make sure you put in the heading Blitz replays. It can be in caps, it can be in lowercase, it doesn't make any difference, Majestic Gamer. And then the name of the tank that you're doing the replay for, hey, because that's really, really important. Yeah, like seriously, the amount of replays I've had is insane. I'm talking at some points, it seems to be peak periods where there's a replay coming in the email box every 10 minutes, basically. Make sure you also include the battle results screen. Okay, dank music. I am not going out to the flank here alone versus 3 mediums and 2 lights. Okay, if the rest of the team's going there, I'd change, but no. And we got nothing to be guilty of. Our love, we climb any mountain, near or far. We are, and they are. There we go. What was that? Alright, let's just keep our eyes peeled on the game, Bushka. Any questions going on there, Johnny?
No, everything's pretty good. They're going on about the flute music in one of the...
yeah, it's bizarre. It's weird. I don't get the music. I don't know why. Look, I love them. I think this patch has been an absolute game changer and a brilliant patch. I really do. I'm like so impressed with what they've done in this patch. But the music just seems like such an indulgence that is so unnecessary. I know it probably hasn't taken much effort from them and all that kind of thing, but it just seems so odd, hey?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I'm just slowly scared. I'm being really careful here, guys, because I can see one of the lights, but I can't see the second light tank. And that means that, you know, I could really be caught napping here and absolutely punished for having the temerity to push around this flank. There's a lot of firepower not shown here yet. You can see there's a KV-1S. There he is. There's our Churchill gun carrier. Oh, look at him. Can we get his track? Seriously? It's like one of the worst armor profiles you've ever seen in your life. And that's going to pop like that? Yeah, makes sense to me. Oh.
That Oasis palms flew though, lol.
You can see there exactly what we're talking about. They're all just camping the desert, right? We've pushed through into their spawn, and they're still sitting up here in the desert. And I'm now on my lonesome against a lot of tanks, right? This is tough. Yeah. And the trades are legit. KV1S is coming. He wants to have a little bit of a win. Oh, we get a bounce, finally. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. I knew that light tank was there. I just couldn't see him. And this is a loss. Everyone is. You do your best. The tank did all right there. It's just, you know, you're going to get that on the big jobs. Yep. Rushing the desert won't give you a whole lot of love. So, let's have a little chat about the 43, although I have just talked about it, right? So, I mean, no big deal. The thing that a lot of people don't realize with this 43 is the gun depression is actually really solid. You've got 8 degrees of gun depression on a Russian medium, which is not something you get after this tier. After this tier, you get 7 degrees of gun depression on the T44. I mean, if memory serves me right, have a quick squiz. And I know I've looked at a lot of tanks. Oh my God, that is not the gun you want to be using on the T44. You do not want to use the 122mm. You want to use the LB1. Yeah, there we go. 7 degrees of gun depression on the LB1. Same principles apply to the T44 that apply to the T43, that apply to the T3485, that apply to the T54, that apply to the T62A, that apply to the Object 140, that apply to the Type 59, that apply to the T44 100, that apply to the T54 Mod 1, that apply to all these tanks that are in the Chinese line and the Russian line and all the premium tanks and the 047 and everything else. So this line is one of the most important lines that you will find in the entire game in terms of improving your gameplay. If you can play the Russian medium line, you can now play about 40 different tanks absolutely correctly and make a lot of love out of that. So that's really, really important. So let's have a look now at the T43. We'll do one more in the T43. We've done one in the T43. Give it one more. Give it one more. Thank you very much, Kaiser ML, Jamie Richardson, Dark Ocean, Louis778, Mr. J Annoyance, Slowsy, the Texas Viking, and Johnny C for all your donations, guys. I really, really appreciate it. So I couldn't get this map at all the other day. I don't know if they didn't have it correctly set in the RNG's rotation settings, but now I'm getting it all the time. So there you go.
Played on it about 3 times.
Hello, the Raffian. Yes, exactly, mate. If you want a 122mm med, there's plenty of them in the Chinese line. I completely agree, dude. It's like, why would you drive the Chinese line to drive a 100mm Chinese Russian medium gun? Like, the lines are very different for a reason. So here we go, tier 7 games. Oh, I'm not particularly fond of games like this where we split the entire team in 2. The other guys have not split their entire team in 2, and you can see that means... Oh, hang on. He's got quite aggressive, hasn't he? Is he going to pop up there on that VK? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, let's have a crack. Let's have a crack, boys and girls. Turn side on and get wrecked. I want to press the reloading button. Instead, I will just be telling my team to hold for the rest of the day. Which is what I've been doing ever since they changed this freaking button. Look at him! Hold position, I say! Like, dude, I was holding position. I don't know what you mean. So it's me and one other bloke. Everyone else decided to get wrecked. Can we hook up with the rest of the guys over here in the place where there's not a lot of reds? It'd be nice if we could do that. Geez, I'd love to be going super quick right now and not running into a bridge like a clown, but unfortunately I am a clown and the bridge has been run into. Can we reverse side scrape our way out of trouble here? Let's try it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely not. We're screwed. And to be fair, there is no one else to blame here for being screwed apart from myself. Yeah. I'm on another iPad. You know, it's not working as well as I'd like it to. Okay, we're going to jump in the T44. Just give me 1 sec. Don't want to touch the camera sensitivity. It should all be the same. Oh, is that actually... Yeah, that's all done. Okay, so the 44 is the first one where you get the 100mm gun, which is important. Oh, dude. Alright, we lost that game, and it was my fault. Let's just move on with life. Alright, so the T44. It's a funny tank because it really is the start of the final part of the line in terms both of just pure chronological order, but also in the fact that it's where the Russian tanks change shape and change form and become a lot more low profile and sleeker vehicles and lose all of their gun depression. Ahoy, Robert Broughton. Thank you very much for rolling along, amigo. The thing is, though, the turret is not particularly strong. You do have
Ahoy,
7 degrees of gun
Bushka, I'm
depression.
late again.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, amigo. Which is not massive, but it's not terrible either. So we get a nice high roll there on APCR. 280 is your average alpha with your AP rounds. Running the 100mm gun, of course. Got to be careful because this is the one thing that you don't get with these tanks, with the 100mm. You do not get really high penetration numbers. You get 175mm a pen on this, your AP, and that's pretty much the same across all these kind of guns. The Type 59 gun, the T44, the T34 and 2, all these 100mm guns get pretty average pen. So me and the Super Pershing are now going to push on this T43. Where this tank does do pretty well is in terms of mobility, right? IS-6, yeah, I'm with you, Super P. I'm with you, baby. Tracked him, and now I'm just trying to hide behind the Super Pershing. Okay, I'll pop out and see if we can't improve his chances of drop really fast, see if it changes the armor profile enough. Pop back, can use AP on the lower glacis on the drive wheel. 300, leave him on 1 hit point. Oh, lovely work, this Super P, hey. Just rolling that stuff, really hard. Come on, I fired. Have a crack. Oh, we got someone else popping down there on the left. I'll come around the corner, help this Super Pershing out, make him turn to one of us at least. No, and he's bailing, so they're screwed. You saw there two things that this tank does really well. Hey, one of them is just the flat-out profile of the tank is good. So its low armor profile means it's quite hard to get to grip. So there's one of the most blatantly underpowered tanks in the history of the world, the Helsing. I'll come and have a crack at this bloke with you, mate. You were there for me, Super P. Leave the Super Pershing alone. Hit me, baby. That's right. Nice work, Super Pershing. Come on, Jingles. That was never going to pen. Okay. Where's that Super Pershing? Effective player, baby. Well done. We worked pretty well together there. The 44 is a better tank than the T44-100, in my opinion, right? Is Helsing fake tank? Yeah, the Helsing is a fake tank. Yes, okay. Mohammed Qasim Dilwari, we will not be putting that one through to the chat, but I do appreciate the sentiment. Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. I'll change the shooter for you. Yeah, because that was misleading. I wasn't using it to actually showcase that, but you're right. I'll change the shooter. So you can see, change it to tier 8, the M26 Pershing. Oh, it's using that stupid gun. Let's change it to Super Pershing. So let's talk more about why that works, what I was doing there on the top of the hill. And actually, I'll use this to highlight this. That's the T43, right? That's the T44. It's a long, low tank. We have a look at, say, the T34, the American heavy tank. So that's your T34, or just the T29. You can see the difference in the size. And profile is really, really important because profile allows you to go places, and the best armor is not being seen. I mean, flat out makes it an obvious statement, but if you're that low to the ground, it's very, very easy not to get hit. Not getting hit means you live longer, you do more damage, you're more successful. Resetting camo and everything is important, but the Russian mediums are built to knife fight and brawl. Their upper glacis is all well and good. It's not impervious, even close to impervious, unless you're in a T54 Mod 1, right? But, oh god, they've got 4 TDs. Okay, I won't be going the heavy line. But the joy of these tanks is that when you are knife fighting and brawling, they can side hug really, really well because they are low profile tanks. Sorry, I'm trying to do too many things at once here. I've been kind of isolated, so I won't be holding this particularly long if I get pushed on. And I'm not keen to let them know where I am, but at the same time, I want to get some targets spotted for the team. If they are pushing this flank, it's important that we know. There we go. Got the 152 over there. Yeah, we're not coming out there. 1, 2, 3. 152's up there. Let's just bail. Get the hell out of here. Oh, hang on. Man who's seen someone. The Wonder Dog is really causing me to wonder. Most of their team seems to be sitting down there, hey. Here comes the IS-5.
End of stream. Churchill game carrier request.
Yeah. I should have just bailed, but their whole... I mean, I didn't think they'd have 3 tanks on this ridge. Yeah, that's what you get. I mean, 4 TDs. I should have known better. I should have known that those unspotted TDs were going to be camping the top. It was a fairly obvious one. What kind of dog do I have? A little white dog. That's really annoying. Anu! Get out of it, you grub. Anu! Pop it. Very distracting. Very distracting. Must be a kangaroo outside. Kaiser Emil, I can. You got an open mic. Need to mute up, Kaiser. I'm just going to mute you, Kaiser, until after the king. All right. Yeah, that was just. Ugh.
Happy birthday, Tiki Dingo.
Happy birthday, Tiki! Now, why are you called Tiki Dingo, mate? Like a Kiwi and an Australian living in America. What's that all about? All right, let's play that again because that was an absolutely abysmal game. When you talk yourself out of it, like saying, I think that there is people going to be up here and I need to leave, and then you just stop and don't listen to yourself. That's what happens. Always go with your gut instinct, boys and girls, because you're generally right. And we got nothing to be guilty of. Our love. We climb any mountain. Dun, dun, dun. We are y'all. Oh, same map. Grab my Super Pershing mate. Bugger. Be nice to have him back here. They've got a Super Pershing. I'm hoping not to see him up in the middle.
Yeah, supposedly wants a Kenny Elsu for his birthday.
Yeah, negative slows. Negative slows. No Kenny, no Kenny, no Kenny. So who's coming middle with me? An IS-5. Well, he'll be able to bounce a lot of shots, I guess, but I don't know that he's going to get any off. How did he get away with that? You grub. $100 over there. Super Pershing.
Giveaway after the tier 10 tank.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Seriously? Are you kidding? Gotta watch out because there is a T54 AMX 5100 over there as well. Yeah, there's a 5100. I don't know what to tell you guys. That's two just YOLOing hit point trading lights that wanted to die. Not much you can do there. I'm not playing the Churchill gun carrier. It takes a lot more than $5 to make me play that thing. And that's not a good way to showcase the tank, but it's good for our team. I don't know what to say. Those guys wanted to die. That's 3 of them down. That's weird. All right. I guess it's time to move to the T54. You know what I'll do? I will play you one game in this tank. Now, I want to highlight something. Well, I won't play you a game. I'll show you something. This is the T44, right? And this is the T54 lightweight. It's got a better turret. I mean, it just flat out has a better turret. It has less gun depression by 2 degrees. But the turret is stronger. You can still get the same silly angles if you're going around a corner that you get with the T44. but it's a light tank. It does nearly 70 kilometers an hour, and it basically has the same gun. This is the tank you'd probably drive. It's just far more effective and far more useful, I find, on the battlefield. But I'm going to stick with the actual game plan, and we'll play the T54 because I want to spend a lot of time talking about the T54 and the T62A. Okay, I'll stuff it. I'll play one game of the 54 lightweight because I love it. It's just, and it's a good excuse to showcase the difference, right? Cause we got nothing to be guilty of. Our love will climb any mountain. Alright. Wow, they've got a Drac, a 62, and a T49. That is like absolutely not what we want to see, because the Drac is probably going to be a YOLOing lunatic, which means he's going to push straight up to the top of the mountain here, and then the fact that they've got two lights apart from him. What is this guy doing? Oh, well done, mate. Well done. Absolute clown. Buddy, I don't know what to do. I mean, I was going to push up towards the top of the hill, but then my mate there just sideswiped us, and now that ain't happening. So we've got to turn and run. We've got to try and get to a position where we can do some good. Hopefully that'll be over here on the flank. What I want to do now is show you why I prefer this tank to the T44. We can get far enough away. You'll see I've got light tank camo, and that means that basically it's quite hard for them to see me. Alright. So I'm going to move over here and hopefully get people as they pop around this corner. There's a 62 Dragon who might be coming up here, which is a worry. Man, didn't that 62 on our team really screw everyone up? So we've reset camo, right? If we can get far enough away, they won't even spot us as we fire, which is pretty good. Drac's gone. Completely screwed him. There's the 62. He really should have pushed up. So we're going to go all the way around here now and start putting some pressure on their flank. We're going to do it very, very fast because this tank is just more mobile than the 44. Same armor profile, same everything else. He's got better DPM than I do, but I'm going to turn this into a peekaboo fight so that hopefully he doesn't really get much of an advantage from that. So we can swap over. Good stuff. G'day, Dark.
Play pink camo.
I mean, for this, to call this a light tank is pretty freaking hilarious. Hold position. It's nothing like a light tank. It's not, it's just stupid. Only 1725, but you saw the way the mobility and everything works. It's just a better tank. So it's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like, sorry, I got a few things going. It's kind of like the tank you wished was in the
Ahoy,
line, right?
Bushka. Time to win a Bushka limited edition K91 coffee cup and no more of those Manu.
Okay, here we go.
Personalized yard sculptures from the Bushka swag and gift crates.
Here we go. Here comes the money. Rocket Boy TY, thank you very much, amigo. There's your Here Comes the Money. Velvet Stormtrooper Crusty. I don't understand why you guys love Bushka crates. There you go. I love it. I drop them. Yeah. Sorry, what was that? Carl, I don't understand what you're saying, dude. Anyway, I'm going to move on. Just admitted full culpability for going top and not listening to myself before. That Type 62 just drove straight across in front of me and stopped us from pushing in the hill, which is a bit silly. Let's talk about the Type 54, the T54. This offers two really intriguing choices. You've got the 100mm D54 gun, which if you run with calibrated shells and run the whole quality of control gun handling suite, you can get it up to 230mm a pen, right? That's pretty amazing, okay? With a gun that does this much damage. Or you can run the gun rammer, and you end up with slightly more penetration than you do with the old D10TC, which is the old 201mm gun, but you end up with, decent DPM. Or you can run this gun here, the D10T2C, and go for the better gun handling. You can see a lower aim time, a better dispersion, and better DPM, but you also get much poorer amounts of penetration. I'll play it with both because it's really important that you get a handle on this gun. And this is the gun that really changed, I believe anyway, changed the way premium shells work, because this is the old Heat 54 gun. And the reason it was so influential in the game is you used to be able to load this gun up and back in the day get 300, like you can look at the penetration numbers on it now. If we have a look at the penetration numbers now, your Heat does 260 pen, right? Back in the day, this was 330 pen. This was outrageous tier 10 medium levels of penetration. And it did it without dropping off anything in terms of damage. So your pen did tier 10 medium OP pen. It did heat rounds that weren't affected by spaced armor for a long while. The heat mechanic wasn't working correctly. And it had 3,000 damage per minute. So you can imagine you're running around in a tank that also, they nerfed the armor profile slightly as well. So you're running around in a tank that was the best tier 9 heavy, but did 50 kilometers an hour, which caused all kinds of problems. And Unicums used to just run around in this thing and farm. And I've got to admit, I have a lot of games in the T54. So there's a reason this tank, and Snake Eyes used to run this tank. I would run it with 8 rounds of heat. Snake Eyes would run this tank with 2 rounds of AP. And I used to say to him, Snake, it's a T43, you don't need to use heat. And he goes, but Bushka, it goes through it like butter. That's just, you couldn't help him, right? It was unbelievable. So I'm going to run it old school style. Gun rammer, which used to be 10% as well, by the way. So you had 300 plus millimeters of pen, 10% to your DPM, and heat rounds that never got stopped by anything. It was an absolutely insane tank. And it's really, really come back to earth compared to back then. Like, there's no comparison to how the tank used to be. Sorry, that's my fault. My bad. M48 A1 pattern. That was absolutely my fault. So I'm going to play it pretty conservatively here because we're in a tier 10 game. The profile's really good for this. You can kind of get it up into these mounds and just spot. That's all we're trying to do here. There's that IS-7. There's an E50. He's got similar crap pen. You better be ready to use some heat in this gun too, because the penetration is so poor. If you're not using heat, you're not going to pen a whole hell of a lot anyway. Okay? And that IS-7 may as well be made of tomato. Like, it is that red. What have they got? The 183 is pushing through like an absolute lunatic. Do you think he might realise who I am? Because he certainly seems to be keen as mustard to get stuck in. What was that, Johnny?
I said you need the pink bouncy camo on this thing.
Oh, you're right. I'll fit the pink bouncy camo after this. I'll get out of town. I thought I was safe from that one. Wow, they're being really aggressive here. The Reds are playing a great game. They've been really aggressive. I love what this 183 guy's done. He is not screwing around at all. Hey, I'm not going up there, dude. You must think I'm crazy. Oh, excellent. And now I get to face this T62A. There's no one getting into this guy down here. This is an easy win for them. Well done, Reds. You are a much better team. I don't know what these guys are doing going around the flank. Unless this goes in, nah, we're screwed. They pushed, and our team did not respond very well at all. Yeah, Snake Eyes does equal gold spammer, but I mean that was the game at the time. The Object 140 got used in all the esports tournaments for a reason. It was completely OP, right? I will destroy you 1v1. Okay, Kure, you do that, man, because this game is all about 1v1. Oh my god. Okay. I will destroy you 1v1, man. Come at me, bro. You're the best. You're the best. You are. Go and watch The Karate Kid, mate. Do yourself a favour. So let's try the way I like to run this is the 100mm D54 with calibrated shells. Or, I mean, not even calibrated shells. You can run this with rammer and still get away with it. I'll show you. I prefer to run it with calibrated shells for those tier 10 games. You saw a couple of bounces there that were really amazing. I will destroy him. Hey, Kure. You know what I'll do? I'll take you 1v1, man. Here we go. Come back at me, bro. Show me your 1v1 skills. Do you even lift, bro? Do you even lift? Oh my god. That's too good. Alright. So this is a tier 9 game with... What? Look at those teams. They've got 5 meds and 2 lights. I think we'll be going up there, guys. Really don't think I want to be taking on 5 meds and 2 lights. With me, a 59 and a Type 49. That is not on the cards. Nice work, 59. Very well done. Very well done, amigo. You're the best. You are. Can we start a pool for this, Road Jet? Now, I'm going to do something a little bit odd here, right? Don't know if you guys have seen this position before, but there we go.
Yeah, no pink camo again.
Oh man, I'll remember it next time. This position is a little bit cheaty for games like this where you don't have any heavies on the other team because you're pretty sure that you're not going to get flogged for going into this spot. Shouldn't give away my secrets, actually. Disregard this. Don't tell anyone about this spot, hey? You never saw it. Never saw it from me. The reason I like this spot is not so much because of the damage it'll output. See that hill there? That's where they want to go to reset, okay? What I'm going to do is, if they try and reset, I'm going to make life really tough for them. There he is. Hello. Yeah, you're not resetting again, buddy. Your resetting days are over. Okay, and now I'm going to push up here with this type. The Lurv is in a little bit of strife. Yeah, got our angles wrong there. Talked a lot about angles earlier. I really didn't get that angle right. Can the Heat 54 go through there? No. Okay, he's a one shot. We're just going to push here now. Ignoring that guy over there and going to focus on this 54 mod 1. I can't believe I just gave that spot up. There's a bunch of people who are just like, yeah, I'm going to use that spot. That's excellent. Doesn't do curls for the girls. Oh, get out of it, 49. You grub, that's mine. Yeah, baby. Okay, so there we go. Not a massive game, but fun. Let's change the camo then. Let's change the camo. Ooh, look at that. Legendary. I don't really like that, actually. Yeah. Ink camo. How can you go wrong? Bum ba da ba da. Bum ba da ba da. Let's go again. So, that time we were running the gun rammer. And you can see, with the gun rammer, that tank gives you 290 millimeters of penetration, which is excellent when you're in a tier 9 game. If you get up tier to tier 10, then 219 is not a huge amount of penetration. Let's go again. Let's see if we can find it. And I'm spending a lot of time on the 54 and the 62A, guys, because they're really important tanks. And this tank particularly is so steeped in folklore. This tank it changed the course of history with regards to the game. It really did. It was such an impactful tank that, I mean, this tank on mines in a tier 10 match could pull 5 or 6k all the time. Like, you would get up the top of mines. If you won the hill and they tried to push, you would just destroy it.
Okay.
This kid's amazing. I will see you later on, and then I will humiliate you. And from your bones, I will make, I don't know, my drinking horn, and I will quaff to your demise in Valhalla. My God, dude. Love you too. Here's a tier 10 match. Now this hopefully will showcase how it struggled to touch pen-wise. Ain't no bones about it. It needed a nerf. The tank was stupidly OP. It was a tier 10 medium. And it was a tier 10 medium in a tier 9 tier. And not only that, it was probably one of the best tier 10 mediums at the time. Now that bat chat worries me a touch. He's been pretty aggressive. I'm just going to keep him proximity spotted, but not expose myself too much as well. Don't do it, 54E1. Oh my God, this 54E1 has just gone absolutely hog wild, right? There's an IS-4 there. A 54E1 Tata. Now I have to bail, basically. I cannot be here anymore. That 54E1, if he had waited, we could have done something. But now I've got an IS-4, a bat chat, everything breathing down my neck. And we don't have the support to really hold here. Especially not against that IS-4. That IS-4 is a beast, right? Oh, he's gone over there. Okay. Where's the bat chat? While he's doing that, we're going to try to get the hell out of Dodge, hey? Might take one here from the IS-4. Not much you can do about that. We've changed positions, but, you know, all for the good. Still going to be able to spot for the team. This is another spot I like to use a fair bit when we get pushed there, but I want to kind of flex back instead of just completely folding. If they come out on this ledge here, things could get tricky. We just don't know. There he is. Oh, thank you very much, gun depression. Error 404. Gun depression not found. We're not going to chase that damage though. There he is. There's the IS-4. Load up your heat. Pray to whatever gods you hold dear. Okay, so he's bailed down. It's really odd. Yeah, he's bailed right down, and I got nothing from the rest of the team. They're still sitting there in spawn. Have a look at these clowns. E5, Conqueror, 183, all in spawn. Not coming out. I'm crazy. You're no joke. I've given you targets, guys. Make what you will of that. Someone else can come and deal with the tier 10 monster tank that's hanging around at the top there. That'd be great. It's not going to be me in the T54. I've given him 2 shots, 2 uppercuts. There's still a bat chat. There he is. There's the bat chat. Oh, dude, there's a T54 there as well. Error 404. Bushka being too aggressive. So we're going to hope that this IS-4 forgets about us. We get a shot away from the T-54. No, 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 no. Got around. IS-4's into that bloke. Just tracked him. At least over here, we've only got to do... Ah, he's still got one into us. No IS-4, you grub! What is this bloke doing over here in the Conqueror? Just do you, dude! What are you doing? Give me a hand!
Hey, Serby.
Come on, buddy. Come on. Just hit him. Just hit him. One shot. Yes, that's right. So we're still with a shot of winning this one. I actually feel pretty good about that. We, G'day, Majestic Gamer. Welcome aboard the love train, mate. That's it. Just calm down, mate. All you've got to do is stay alive. Don't engage him. Don't engage him. Just stay alive. Don't. Oh. Oh. Buddy. Buddy. Well, I cannot believe that this IS-4 has blown that so badly. He's taken a shot more than he should have to finish this guy. He's taken 2 shots, 3 shots more than he should have. So we're still a chance here. G'day, Serby. Thanks very much for jumping on board. Wow. It's a minute to go in the game. Dragging the team out of spawn was a bit tough, but we got there in the end. Yeah, I mean, this is what you get on this map all the time. This is not an indictment on either team. This is just talking about Castilla in general, right? It does. It happens to everyone, Mr. Reliance.
Teams. Yay, at least it happens to everyone.
Yeah. This map, you get so... and it's not always the team's fault, right? Admittedly, our heavies were very, very soft there. They should have been way further forward, grabbing some of that map. And I actually admire the way the IS-4 played. He tried to grab as much of the map for his team as he could and use the armor profile and use the tank and all that. I agree with that. What I don't agree with is because of the map design, the TDs are kind of encouraged to be backstops. There's too many spots for them to get wrecked if they're a non-turreted TV anywhere on the map. And what you end up with is, yeah, draws. You end up with draws like this, where there's just so little. I mean, our 183, nearly 5,000 damage, and all he gets is 668 XP. That's because if you have a look at the spotting damage, it's 0. We only got 338 spotting damage as well. Their IS-4, 708 spotting damage. I mean, he tried to progress the map at least. I think that is a positive. And you get to a point on that map where you've got to push if you want to get a result. I've had so many draws on Castilla, more than any other map that I can think of offhand. Old Falls Creek was another one where you used to get a lot of draws. Right. Ask for help. Guys, let's go. I put you in a timeout because you were being an idiot. and if you continue to be an idiot, you'll get another timeout. But I also didn't ban you from the channel yet because it was entertaining seeing you be such a clown, basically. Alright, that 30 Premiere. Come on, heavies. Come on, dudes. Move. Oh, we got 2 heavies camping the inside lane. That is not good, hey. That is insane. STA1 should not be able to do that. Is there anyone up there, or can we get some shots in across? Getting shots. Okay, I'm just going to go and help this 54E1, who's really struggling with this Premiere, hey. Try and get our angles right going around here. Okay. So now, here we go. Good stuff, good stuff. Premier's bailed. Let's just clear this STA1. Then clear this bloke over there. Kept our angles, good stuff. And dude, no. T28's drawing forward. Lerva behind him. Premier over here is the problem child, right? We've got to clear one of these guys. Won't be doing it there alone. Still got the Lerva. That 49 is trouble. Okay. Just get to the side of this guy over here and overmatch it. 49's alive. We can... Oh, dude, the 49 got a great shot in on me. And then the Lerva. Well done, 49. He moved very, very quick. These two are not helping anyone. What do you mean? Well, if you're an IS-5 and a T32 and you're sniping from spawn, you're just terrible. You are... The 32 is so tough, right? And it's a ridge fighter. And this 34 is dead on. 1776 34 is absolutely dead on, right? It's a tough ridge fighting heavy tank. it's not a mobile, and these guys are now in a situation where, yeah, red team played honest to God, straight up good. Played really well, and that was a really fun brawl in the desert, right? A really good fun brawl. But this is a massive waste of 2 heavy tanks. Wow, mate, you need to move. Come on. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh. Dude. Oh.
IS-5 is the best sniper in theory.
The more side on you turn, buddy, the more likely it is you're going to get wrecked. Are they in platoon? No, they're just not very good. That's all right. You don't get... I mean, you're going to get bad players. You're going to get good players. You're going to get them at different times and on different teams. I got to say, that game was actually a lot of fun. I enjoyed that game. We were outnumbered in the desert, and we managed to roll around and actually do a lot of good stuff. And I thought that Premiere played pretty well too. So, what time is it? 46. Is that enough? No. TWTD. There's a lot of tech tree streams to do yet, but there's also, like, I'm going to be doing tier 8 heavy streams and tier 8 heavy premium streams and tier 7 premium streams and all that kind of thing. Do we want one more, or are we going to go 62A, or... I'd like to see the Celtics win. Big Mabajama. Okay, so let me ask a question here. I'm not a Warriors fan, Austin. You absolute grub. Don't you dare. My God, how dare you say that? My God. Go Spurs, go. Yeah, I'll be doing a giveaway when we are towards the end of the stream, dude. Okay, 62A. We'll move on to 62A. Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, I'm just going to play this in its absolutely... Oh, we've got to change into the pink camo, though, hey.
Always pink.
I do like... That last game showcased a lot of what's right with the T54. It's very mobile... Very low profile. It's got really nice armor, good DPM. Its penetration is poor, but you saw that a couple of bounce shots on that STA1 and such. It's a good tank. It's still a really good tank. And we did quite well for a team that was 5-on-7 out in the desert. I mean, we managed to pump out a fair bit of damage all the same, despite being absolutely flanked all over the place. Austin, that's like, wow, that's a terrible thing to say to a human. Bushing alliance, whatever you call it.
Yeah, sure, Bass Fisher. Give him $100, donate it, and I'm sure.
Yeah,
He'll do
a TOG stream. Yeah, for $100 I'll do a TOG stream. Sorry, you made me run into a rock. I was so surprised. So, they've got 2 mediums here. They've got a Leopard 1 and a WZ121. So exactly what this Object 140 is doing, being really aggressive, because they've got 4 TDs. Oh, wow. Their WZ121's gone all the way over here. This is a very mixed bag, hey. Leopard 1's under the cap. The WZ121 is over here. So I can't really push up too hard. He's got as much gun depression as I do. He's done actually a really interesting job, that WZ121. I'm going to get all the way over here to the flank, because he's otherwise going to really cause massive problems for us. If we don't have some kind of control or push or spotting going on that WZ121. He's going to stop them from pushing up into that little crevasse, and it's going to control this side of the map. So we've got to get over here and start putting shots into the WZ. That's what we're going to do. Just keep him spotted up as well. Object 140 is of exactly the same mind. We can't live with him holding that side of the map, hey? There we go. Excellent work, 140. Excellent work. So now the E100 doesn't have to worry about getting shot in the side when he pushes up. And we've got a bit of map control back, which is really, really important. I'm going to try and poke here on this. The 140 poked when he shouldn't have poked. Really, there's like 4 guys. Stop poking. There's 4 freaking TDs there. We've turned him into a one-shot. Yes, that's right. E100, I'm with you, baby. Can't owe my life. Nice work, E100. We might eat one here, sneaking out. Hopefully not. There's a Leopard 1. All right. Oh, he's just bailed. Where'd he go? That Sense 7-1 is in licorice all sorts, hey? E100 is not in the best position. There's that Leopard 1 again. Oh, he's from Oxo. No wonder. It's a good plan. He's a good player, no doubt. Yeah. Trying to get behind this Object 140.
I want to check those 32 mess button isn't working.
Bugger me, that didn't go through. Got to push up here now and reset cap. No choice. Oh, it's just me. Excellent. It's just me. Too many tanks, not enough tanks. That's the problem. Damn. Look at that. You get that on the big jobs. We've been really unlucky lately. The last few tech streams we've done, we only had one where we haven't had a constantly crumbling bunch of humans with us. So let's see, what have we got here? 1 medium, another 62A. $450 punches tickets for the Tog stream, you grub. So they got a 62A, we got a 62A. Let's see whose 62A can get the hill. Please don't bounce into me, Sense 701. Love your work, thank you. I've got pink armor, so that means, you know, legit we should get the hill, doesn't it? Isn't that how it works? Oh god. Come on. Push around here, into the bat shot. Oh, don't let them all just come up the hill, guys. Seriously? We're screwed. Can't push out too far, or I'm going to get hit by the guys in spawn. He's bailed. Excellent. Alright, so my whole job here now is just to stop them from pushing up and having free reign, hey? where the low profile really works, hey? And the DPM is pretty nuts, so... Wow, they are just owning everything, really. Guys. Is that bat chat again? Discretion being the better part of valor. I am Barneying. I don't have enough hit points to deal with that, and I'm going to join up with this 4502. Hopefully clear this 62A. Wait for him to push into him. Come on, VK. No, not enough. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing one tank. That is an Object 268, which is a big tank to be missing. I'm going to go back around the corner here. I don't know where he is. And I'm going to try and help these guys over here on the left because I don't have the hit points. He could roll high, that Object 268, and clear me out, which is a worry. The only thing that could screw us here is if he is actually over here on the flank as well. If he's over here on the flank, I haven't seen him, I haven't spotted him, we could be in trouble. But as it is, this is probably the perfect position for clearing these guys.
Logan says how much for a game in the gun carrier.
Oh, dude, don't make me play the Churchill gun carrier. I really don't want to.
You can do the Tog and gun carrier in the same stream.
And this 268 has still not been spotted, hey. He's still not been spotted. Is he AFK? Where the hell is he? He's still over here. Russian, that's Russian armor for you at its finest. So we took the hill, pushed down, helped the VK, bailed back around, moved the whole time, and really, really helped the team there. And that's the 62A played the way it kind of should be played. You brawl, you move your angles, you create things using your mobility. It's a really good tank. I'll be right back. I'm just ducking downstairs. Someone was at the door. Ahoy! Alright, so let's go again with the 62A. I will, after we have a quick squeeze at this, the shooter, make it the M48A1, and the tank, 62A. You can see the turret is pretty exceptional. Very, very strong turret. The gun depression, only 5 degrees. And the upper glacis is only 211 millimeters of effective armor straight on. But when you turn it on that angle like that, that's where you get that famed 62A angle working out. If you can get it at the right point, like behind berms and such, you can get auto bounce zones. And, you know, that's pretty cool. That's kind of what you're looking for. Someone has tracked me down and is getting an autograph. No, I don't think so. What are you talking about, Austin?
Come on, guys. Show the love there. Hit that and smash that like key.
Your head, Bushka. Oh, this has to be a joke, right? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, we're back again. All right. Keenan Bell, thank you very much for the donation, amigo. Thank you, Serby, too. I just saw that one. Appreciate it, guys. Really do. I appreciate it. Two lights. So we've got a Bat Chat and a Musketeer, a 25 TAP and a 25T. Oh God, what kind of an FV 215B183 there. Excellent. Because that's a tank that we really don't want to be spending a lot of time with in close proximity, so might skip that one. We should be unspotted now. That means if we sneak around here, hopefully we'll get some shots back towards that 183, hey? That's what we're hoping for. Yes, indeed. Come on, get up there, get up there. Spotted him up, and now he's getting nutted from all sides. This is excellent. That's the tank we want to hit. Here comes a 263. Rather than muck around, guys, we're going to get the hell out of Dodge. Do not want to be dealing with that 263 alone. There's a 25 TAP up here. Yeah. Tell your story walking, buddy. Where is rest of team? IS7? Hello? Dude? IS7, what are you doing? Now we're really screwed. Now we're in a very tricky situation because the IS7 is not marking up on anyone. And dude, behind us is a 263 and a 1. Oh no, he's bailed. Excellent. So there's a Bat Chat, a 263. I'm a one-shot for everyone, and the IS7 is role-playing a sneaky medium. This is crazy. I don't know where that Bat Chat's gone. I know that, okay, there's the 50B. Where the hell is the Bat Chat? There he is. Come on, IS7. Seriously, dude? What are you doing? Gotta get out of there. Gotta get out of there. .57 heavy. Good stuff, mate. I'll come with you. I'll come with you, baby. Can't get spotted here because there is a guy all the way over in town with shots straight up the side. So I'm going to have to go the long way round into this Bat Chat. Oh, 57. Why are you peeking? You are going to get wrecked. got to clear this bat chat, dude. Come on. Alright. Here comes the bat chat. Screwed. Guys. This IS-7. Oh my god. That's like the most heavily armoured tank in Tier 10 outside of a mouse. And you're loitering around in a river below a bridge. Hiding from a bat chat and everyone else. That ain't the way to do it, baby. Yep. I don't know what to tell you. What we're going to do is do a tank giveaway, hey?
Yeah.
Doing a tank giveaway.
What are we going to give away today?
Tier 5 tank. We're giving away a Tier 5 tank. Mate, that's an extraordinary waste of a fantastic IS-7. Okay. And I will take the 20th correct answer. Question is... We go, what is the name of the Tier 9 Russian medium tank called the T-54? The answer is the T-54. Good going. What is the 20th correct answer? We'll get the Tier 5 premium gold tank. Hey, here we go. Vincent Lascala, Carl Butcher, Levon Farias Nunweiler, McGinn, OI Cram 1, Levon has already done it, Sadiro Lycos, tutorials, walkthroughs, gameplays, Flying Dutchman, Donald Hill, Mr. Annoyance, Texas Viking is 11, Austin Awesome, Braden Wolf, Rogue Jen, Emiliano Montero is 15, Ty Lockwood, Carl Butcher, we've done him already. Ty Lockwood actually was featured in the recent gameplay, so good on you, Ty Lockwood. Lance Williams, Willows, there's a new one. Where JC? And the 20th correct answer is... Now, has Troy Kostasic won one before?
No, I don't recognize that name.
Well, Troy Kostasic is the winner. Troy Kostasic is the 20th correct answer. Congrats, amigo. Well done. We're going to play one more T62. I mean, it's performing pretty well. It's not getting... But 2 games on Vineyards. Man, that last one really hurt. All we needed was to push... If that IS-7 had just pushed up and held that corner with me, we would have absolutely caned it. Anyway, I digress. Let's do this thing. But you're seeing the mobility of the tank is excellent. If you get your angles right, it's really, really good. Its DPM is outstanding. Its penetration is not amazing, but its gun handling is ridiculous. It's got probably the best gun in Tier 10 at the moment. Right here, dude. Come on. Unfortunately, he would not come around that corner. Oh, get out of town. Get absolutely out of town. You have got to be kidding me. So we've got 2 heavies in the 3 heavies on the inside, 2 heavies in the light, 2 mediums here. Where's the TDs? One TD. Oh, hello, Dorothy! He missed. He missed. He really, really missed. Seriously, he missed. That 183 just came out sideways and missed shots on Ascent and a T54. You've got to be kidding me. Wow. I don't know what else to say. That's the game there, folks. He could have been sitting back there just nailing him as they came around the corner, but no, he had to do that. Oh dear. Our Conqueror has the stock turret and stock gun. That is tough. That is tough. Oh. This Conqueror may as well be whistling Dixie as trying to hold the line against an E100. We're still a chance here. Very, very small chance. Yeah, we got no chance. Go, Conk. Go, baby.
Pink camo, so ugly. Could be worse. Green and gold.
Oh, very, very grubby, Johnny C. How is... Yeah. And I think this guy's got the stock gun too. He does. He does. Doesn't have the L7A1, that's for sure. Oh my god. That is rough.
T7 with an all.
Oh. My god. Playing another one. I don't know what to tell you. That 183 did 0 damage and just drove through the middle of the map. Oh! I thought the Conk actually did really, really well there. That's a stock Conqueror. You can have an SU-85i, mate. That is just fine. They got a 54E1, right? We should be able to get over there in time to actually hold that flank. Stock gun, says the bat chat. It's alright, mate. I've seen this movie before. You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to be very, very selfish. Instead of playing team basketball, we are going to be playing isolation basketball and just basically farming the hit points from the rest of our team. Because let's be honest, it's been pretty grim so far. I was hoping not to get spotted there. That's why I didn't take the shot. Because they got a lot of TDs. Just bounced one. Excellent. Be angry. Push. Be angry. Push. Buttons are too bloody small. I'm not helping anyone. I'm no longer helping anyone. If the last 3 games have taught me anything, it's that I help people at my own peril.
Is it me or is pink camo OP? Hides
Gets you in
hitbox.
peril.
I don't know that it is OP. Wow. Who the hell spotted me there? We got at the back a waffle tractor. It must be the waffle. That 704 is just sitting there looking at me. He is not moving, hey. Failed. There's a waffle tractor. He's moved around.
Wouldn't be a Blitz stream without a heshgasm.
Good job, Sticky. So I play selfishly and the team decides to be competent. How dare they? How very dare they? Hyperonic, you guys, I've said this 1,000 times, and Johnny Soulslayer here is spot on. People don't really account for the fact that it's lag. It's not where it is on your screen, it's where it is on my screen. Snake doesn't really play Blitz anymore, man. He can't deal with the teams. He literally cannot deal, hey. He just can't deal with it. When you've heard me this stream, I'm a little bit more equanimical about it. I just expect there to be bad teams because, you know, the other day is a perfect example. We played the T110E5 Tech Tree stream. And the teams were abysmal. They were rough. Stream finished. I went and had some lunch, came back and played the T32, won 4 in a row and did 4.5k in a game. And there's my video done. And it's just, everyone who thinks it's a conspiracy theory, it's just a regression to the mean, hey? Usually we've been pretty lucky with Tech Tree streams. Not always. A Bushka voice for our tanks. I would love to do some tanks if they ask me to. I would certainly do it. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Pressing forward. Oh, come on. Give me a break.
When do we get a Bushka voice for our tanks?
I've got to pay more attention to this when I'm answering questions. Lucky.
Flying Dutchman wants to know, you can unlock either the T110E5 or the E50M.
It depends what kind of tank do you want. Like the E5 is amazingly fun. I really enjoy it. But the 50M's pretty cool too. There's something wrong with these bloody buttons. And I'm pressing the button. I don't know if you can tell on the screen because it's not my iPad, right? I'm pressing the button and then sometimes I roll out to shoot. I don't know if you guys can tell this, but I don't press the button and it's not because I'm not hitting it. It's because the freaking button is in the wrong position and I just don't know how to get it back in the right one. It's very frustrating. That pattern needs to be further around on the left where he can use his gun depression. Hey.
Snake needs to
That's
carry
the
harder. Was
medium guys, so I would say the E50M then. Or the 50M.
E50M's such a different kettle of fish too. It's not a tank that you can really it's very unique. It's very cool tank. And the T110E5 is just more of a hull down heavy, which is really important, but it's not ideal for the game. 2-3. This M48 is finally using his gun depression. He's just fired. Can we sneak one in? Grub's moved. Everyone dead? Seems legit. Seems like a standard game. Everyone's dead. E5, thank you. I don't know, guys. I just don't know what to do. Like, I'm not playing it badly. It's just... Really?
Yeah, that's why I suck too. The buttons. Excuses B.
Maybe this just needs to be a bit bigger. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know how I've got it set up normally. This is not my iPad, as you can probably tell. This is my iPad. There's a reason why I'm not using that iPad today. I'll show it to you.
This is my iPad. There isn't one like it.
We're watching the tortoise. Lovely stuff, Tort. Oh man. What are you thinking? Why are you trying to drive away in a Tort? Like, it doesn't do that very well. I don't know why it's not doing it now, but anyway. I give in. I don't know what it's... Oh, here we go. I don't know if you can see that. How it's kind of got stuff going all over the screen. Yeah, that's why I'm using someone else's iPad. It's not the finest example of iPad justice. I don't know what to tell you. Playing one more, guys. We've got to get a win up. Seriously, where it's actually really good. We want a good game. This is the iPad that my son owns. This is the iPad that I own. And by my son owns, I mean I own. I own too. Dude, this is the third time we've had vineyards on the 62A, and every time we've been from this spawn. So, let's see. Yeah, this is the last chance. This is the last chance. I'm not going to bang my head up against a brick wall. If it doesn't come good here, we're just out. As much as I love your team, we're just out. Someone's at the defend the base. Okay, yeah, I'll defend the base. When you guys actually move out of spawn, I'll start defending the base.
What about the 140?
Yeah, not today. We're not doing the 140 today, but we'll do it.
I don't know. They just want to know about it, I guess. Why?
It's a great tank. It's a tank that I still really enjoy driving, actually. It's got the extra degree of gun depression. It's got AP rounds now instead of APCR, which probably would have helped on a shot like that.
You're losing because of the grassy pink camo, bro.
It's quite possible. Just, are you freaking kidding? He's rolling high 300s. What the f... Oh, and here comes the 268. Yeah, excellent. I can bounce a 268.
Bushka, can you explain rotating in what Blitz?
Yeah, I'm screwed. I'm so screwed. I am so screwed. Their whole freaking team is here. Like, they're all down there. Just... exit to garage. We're done. Can you explain rotating in World of Tanks Blitz? Yeah, basically, in that example there, right, the team should have rotated around to my left, or at least pushed in, or I should have rotated back. Once those targets are spotted, someone on your team rotates back to the target, right? And then as people drop, you can rotate your team around to different spots on the map. But they actually, it's kind of like volleyball, if you think about volleyball. And especially if you've got heavy tanks, you want them rotating to the front line all the time. You don't want them just sitting there overlooking, because they're not high volume scorers.
Bushka, Levon Ferris Nunweiler wants to know, if you had to pick only one TD line to grind towards tier 10, what would you do?
Oh.
Tough one.
I mean, the Russian 268 line is probably the best to do. Now what we're going to do, just going to play a game in the 268. Just going to camp. Just take it easy. Finish off the big campy 268 game. I'd probably go the Russian 268 line, mate. That would be my call. Yeah, looks like that 62A is going to get another buff. I love it, mate. I love your sense of humour. It's please don't let it get buffed again. It doesn't need it. It really doesn't. Does anyone know why I just laid my head back then and was kind of like a resigned sigh of, okay, well, today's stuffed? If the answer was because the 62A decided to pull back at that moment rather than let me shoot
Those
through,
games look like
that's
usual
why.
Blitz Bushka.
Look like usual something. Some days are diamonds, guys. Some days are coal. Can't win them all. So they got 5 TDs. This is great. We're on a road to nowhere. inside.
Good old Campathan.
Yep, seems legit. Seems legit.
I think actually you were.
Hooray! What was that?
I said I think you were actually putting your head back. You were actually showing how most of the people today have been playing a game.
62A screwed. I'm going to try and help him. I shouldn't be trying to help him, but I'm going to. Because I'm a sucker for a pretty face. I don't want to get into a DPM fight. I don't want to go trading with that tortoise. He's got too much DPM. I'll probably get the kill, but he'll really hurt me to get it, hey. That'll leave a dent. Come on. Come on, just shoot him once. That's it, baby. That's it. So the moral of the story is go play a TD. Well, we know where we're going, but we can't say where we've been. Know what we know. Oh, dude, get out of town. Seriously? What a waste of a tank.
RNG hates my guts too.
Hey, buddy. 268. Just 268. I mean, I'll play that instead. I give in. I don't know what to tell you. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks very much, everyone, for the donations. I think, like, for all that, we still covered off on how to play this tech tree, the important parts of it, the good parts of it, the bad parts of it, and that's what we're here for. The winning is nice, but it's a little bit superfluous. And as long as we're having a good time, giving away tanks, and overall doing the business and talking about the real strengths and weaknesses of the tanks themselves, then we're doing the job. I'm going to go and do a PUBG stream, I think, now. Not certain. If you are sending in replays, make sure you put the Blitz replays in the title and then the name of the tank. And then a brief description of the actual game itself, why it was good, why I should have a look at it, and then the screenshots, the results screenshots. I appreciate everyone that puts those videos together and sends them to me. I know it takes a little bit of time, but know that I'm looking at all of them, and that's looking at a lot when there's just a cubic arseload of footage there to go through. Thanks everyone who donated. Thanks everyone who was in the stream and who was listening live in the Patreon chat room. Say goodbye, boys and girls. Guys, say you can unmute.
Hey. Good
Snake,
night, everybody.
Sherman, Red, Perf,
Hey.
McGinn,
Yeah.
Dutchman, Donstar, X-Rob, Tiki. Guys, say goodnight. Come on,
Good.
Red.
Good night.
Good night.
That's the Patreon chat room, boys and girls. If you want to become a patron, click on the link. Till next time, stay safe in the battlefield, and bye for now.